Hello everybody, this is Waldorf.
And this is Statler.
And today we've got Battle Report 122.
122. Colonial Carnage 2018, Game 5, the last game.
5. If you've been listening along, we are 19 points back of the first place team.
Yes.
And only 4 points ahead of the third place team.
So you were bracketed with Equitaine in this tournament.
I was.
So we'll see if this Equitaine game turned out as well as your first Equitaine game.
But more importantly, the CGL 1 team is a good 20 behind us. Which is important. More important than winning this tournament.
No, you win the tournament if you beat them. Isn't that
yeah, correct. It's a win if we beat them.
Because you're the A team.
We are the A team.
I just want to know who's BA and...
Well, I was elected...
Who's Face Man?
Yeah, that's a good question.
I pity the fool.
Yeah. I think Guy was our BA.
Was he? It doesn't strike me as a BA type.
I don't know. I mean, what do we have? Guy, Brandon?
Brad's
not going to be BA.
No, Brandon's more the face man kind of guy.
Brandon's the face. I was Hannibal. And they were trying to work out the other guys.
Who's BA and
Murdoch.
who's Murdoch.
Yeah.
Guy could be Murdoch.
I think Brad's Murdoch.
Yeah, I think so.
That forced Guy into BA.
There you go. Okay.
I think we will come with those A-team shirts next year.
You need to do it. I'm telling you, you need to do it. And somebody has to have a cigar.
I'm pretty sure it's got to have to be me then. All right. Anyway, Highborn Elves, like you said, Kingdom of Equitaine, bracketed.
You realize, like these people that are relatively young have no idea what the hell we're talking about.
Well, no, the movie came out a couple years ago.
Yeah, but nobody watched that.
Yeah, well.
I think less people watch that and watch our channel.
I don't know. I don't know. Are you counting the bots in that?
There were no bots back then.
That's true. That's a good point. All right. So there's my army list, same as it was the last 4 games.
Yep.
You can press pause and read it if you haven't
done so already.
Or have any questions or whatever. Need a refresher. See, look at that same font. You like that? Not a fan.
We're gonna fix that as soon as this video's over.
All right. My opponent has a Duke. He's got heavy armor, shield, Fortress of Faith. Everybody who can attack him has to.
Yep.
He's got the Crusader's Salvation.
And this is pre the 202 fix.
The pre-Hotfix.
Yes.
So he can refuse the challenge, and everyone's
still
got
a pound on him.
The Crusader's Salvation, which gives you the 1-up rerollable armor,
right?
+1 armor and rerollable. He's got the Questing Vow. He's on a war horse with.
He's on a what horse? A war horse. He's sleeping with the horse. You know.
He's got a.
It's good to love your horse. Just don't love your horse.
He's got a damsel who's a master of Druidism on a war horse.
Okay.
With the Book of Arcane Power and a binding scroll.
Okay.
Paladin, who's the BSB. He has the questing virtue. He's got piety, the basalt infusion.
Okay.
For his armor, he's got the Willow's Ward for another +1 there, and he's got the Banner of Discipline.
Okay.
All right, he's got 7 Knights Aspirant with a standard, 31 Peasant Levy with light armor and shield, and I played this guy about a month or so earlier, maybe 2-3 weeks earlier. And my Lion Guard got stuck on this peasant unit. Nothing's more disgusting than elite elven infantry hitting on 4s against peasants. Yeah. Just annoying. Anyway, 15 Knights of the Realm with full command and the Banner of the Last Charge. It's a big unit to have. That's, what is that? 15, ends up with being 15 impact hits. Strength 4. 20 Knights Forlorn, full command Banner of Roland for the +1 ward versus to be shot at. And no stand and shoot for the army, for that unit. 2 units of 5 mounted yeomen with light armor, shields, and bows, apparently. I think do they come standard with bows, or do you have to buy them?
The yeomen come with the bows. Okay. You have to buy the throwing weapons.
Okay. That's why it doesn't say bow. All right. 11 questing knights with full command and the Stalker standard. And the Reliquary to hang out with the Forlorn Knights.
And 2 Scorpions.
And 2 Scorpions, which are really effective against flyers.
Yes, they are, especially big ones.
Big, nasty red flyers called dragons.
Yeah. I find the smaller Scorpions are more poisonous.
They are, but these hurt more.
Yes.
All right. So, deployment. I think we dropped, if I remember correctly, we dropped a unit or 2 back and forth, and I dropped my army.
Okay.
We're playing breakthrough to get to the other deployment zone. So he has, going from left to right, he's got his Knights Aspirant. He's got a unit of peasants, 5 mounted yeomen, 15 of the Knights of the Realm, and the damsels in there as well, way towards the back.
Yep. And the big banner.
What's that?
It's a big banner.
Big banner, the last charge.
Yeah.
Next over, moving again, keep moving to the right, are the Knights Forlorn, and a unit of questing knights with the general in that unit. The BSBs on foot in with the Knights Forlorn.
Okay.
The reliquaries there in the center of the unit.
And the generals where?
Generals in with the questing knights.
Okay, to shield them. Okay. So he's kind of spread his characters around.
Spread his characters around a little bit.
Okay.
So 1 in each of these big 3 units.
Okay.
And 5 more mounted yeomen off to the far right.
Okay.
Scorpions had not been placed yet when I took this picture.
Okay.
My side, I pushed both the Highborn Lancers to the left. You can see the Sky Sloop Eagle up front with the Line Guard behind him.
This is like old school. Turn the bases sideways so you can get it farther forward.
I did. I don't know why, because I had the room to deploy it back. I don't know why I did.
It gives you an extra inch of movement.
Yeah, I have no interest in moving 9 inches forward.
Or 2 inches of movement, actually. Yeah. So, yeah.
Anyway, Eagle, Spearmen, the other Sky Sloop, Swordmasters, Dragon, and...
Or you can stay stationary and just pivot.
I could.
Yeah.
And on the far right are the Reavers.
Yep.
So there you have it. There's the Scorpions have been placed, and Vanguards have been done.
Okay, we can see the terrain now. And
you can see the terrain.
So we got 2 hills, some pudding, a lake of pudding. Bill Cosby would be really happy.
He would.
A rock, which is ruins. What are you playing the crystal?
Impassable. We played this as impassable.
Okay.
These 2 rocks were impassable.
Okay.
And this was a forest.
Okay.
Those are a
crystalline forest.
Crystalline forest.
There you go.
And
needs to be an objective in there because it looks like it's worth some money.
And the random fence.
It's a fence, not a wall. The
wall,
obligatory
fence, whatever.
Fence we just build it in the middle of nowhere for no reason.
We like that.
Yeah.
And look at that, the return of the big green die.
Yes, there you go.
It was sitting on this table waiting for me when I got back over here. So I move forward a bit. Not that I'm not that in that big of a hurry, but I'll come forward a bit. Off on the far right, my Reavers move over to the far right. And the fired the first I only had 1 of the sloops for whatever reason. Only 1 of the sloops was in range. Shot the knights, didn't do anything. The other one shot and killed 2 mounted yeomen. If you're going to shoot at yeomen, you might as well shoot them off with both. Not quite sure what I was thinking.
There you go.
But the one that was deployed back somehow was 25 inches away from his knights, and it's like
missed it by that much.
Like I measured. What did I do wrong?
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the awesome Reavers on the far right have put a wound on the mounted yeoman.
There you go.
That's that vaunted elven archery.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome.
They're not known for their shooting.
That's what we have. So we're moving on to his turn 2.
The Reavers, not the Elves.
What's that?
The Elves know they're shooting. The Reavers are not.
Well, they're just as good as anybody else. I hit on 3s. -1 was 4s.
Yep.
Anyway.
5 strength 3 shots. Not going to do a lot.
Yeah, you think so? All right. Well, I'll show you what 5 strength 3 shots can do. So anyway, my opponent moves forward. You can see him coming up, pushing forward with most stuff in the middle, kind of holding back a bit with the questing knights and the Knights Forlorn. They came up a bit, but not too much. Nobody wants to get charged by a dragon.
Right.
Aspirants hold back as well. So he fires his first Scorpion and smacks my dragon for 4 wounds, but my Star Metal Alloy drops that to 2.
Okay, but you had that wonderful unit in front of you.
Yeah, that doesn't do anything, by the way.
They can get to look and go, ooh, as it flies over their heads.
I heard a whistling noise as that thing shot over. So, you're right. 5 strength 3 shots don't do much, but apparently 4 strength 3 shots kill 3 Reavers.
Do they have bows or do you have hand weapons?
He's got bows.
He's got bows? Okay. They got lucky.
Bows and...
Well, he's only ballistic skill 3. It's different.
That's true.
Yeah,
He needed 5s to hit me. I needed 4s to hit him.
exactly.
Yeah.
But your toughness 3 like he is.
That's true. I do have 1 less point of armor.
There you go.
That must have been the key.
That was obviously the key.
Obviously not. Obviously, my guys suck and his are better. So I want to trade in my Reavers for Yeoman. Is that an option?
Surprised I didn't give all Highborn elves +1 AP for their bows
Why?
to make them scary.
Okay, but you would hear a revolt from the Sylvan Elf forums.
Well, you get at least Sylvan Elf floors. You get a +1 strength within 15, so you still have an advantage. And you're quick to fire, so you still have an advantage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, in that case, then yeah, it would work.
Because their bows are just as good as everybody else. They're the same as everybody else with 1 better weapon skill. I mean,
Right.
it's not.
Correct.
Yeah.
So moving on to turn 2. That's where the thing. That's where the board is.
Okay.
He
He brought a few dice with him.
He brought
Just a few.
He did not want to run out of dice.
Clearly.
I will give him that.
Yes.
And he did not. So, one of the advantages of being shot down to 2 men is I can slip through the gap.
You're more maneuverable.
And
Yeah.
I'm going to charge a Scorpion.
Okay. Shot down to 3. I think you could still done that.
Probably. I would have much rather had 3 going compared to the Scorpion than 2.
Yeah.
And they make it in.
Okay.
Elsewhere, the Swordmasters come forward a bit. Dragon is not liking the 2 ballista shooting at him. He's not even liking the 1 ballista shooting at him.
Yes. Scorpion. It's got a scorpion sting.
Sorry, Scorpion. So he goes and runs behind a big rock.
There you go.
The rock's not big enough to hide him, but at least it gives it a -2.
-2 against the 1, and the other one's busy.
So with the long range and -2, he's going to need 7s to hit me.
You hope he stays busy.
So I'm feeling fairly safe back here.
Okay.
And elsewhere, not a lot. Just kind of moving around, waiting for things to happen. If those Reavers can take out that Scorpion, that'll make me much happier. I get the Quicksilver Lash off and kill 3 Questing Knights.
Okay.
I'm liking the spell more and more.
You should like it against armor guys.
So my Reavers do 2 wounds. I take none back.
Okay.
But he does stick because he is barely within 12 of his general.
I was going to say, yeah, because his leadership isn't great.
You know, he needs a 6 to stick, and he's stuck around.
But he's got a lot of wounds.
Back to his turn. He's measuring stuff. There we go. And go. There we go. So the peasants march up. They're brave men. They're coming up because that's where they see my lion guard standing over there. And they're like, hey, let's go fight these guys again.
Yeah.
That worked out really well for us last time. 2 mounted yeomen come forward. I think I shot at them again on the hill and managed to kill 1 more with a sky sloop, which is disgusting.
But he's keeping his Knights Forlorn back.
Knights Forlorn they're sticking around with the Knights.
Yeah.
And his aspirants stay back as well. So there you have it. And this round, the Scorpion gets angry and kills my 2 Reavers.
There you go.
So that's working out well for me. That's about average, right?
Well, they got a decent number of attacks coming back.
I got 4.
And you're not well protected.
He's got 4. He should hit me twice, wound me once.
Yeah.
I've got a 33% chance of a save.
Yeah, he didn't kill 1 the first round, so.
Meanwhile, I'm hitting him on 2s, but wounding on 5s.
Yeah.
Anyway, turn 3. I'm not going to start whining about dice now. So there you have it. I do have the hereditary spell off. Unfortunately, it doesn't have the range to reach those poor guys that died up there on the Scorpion.
Yeah.
So looking at what we got here, let's see if we got a good picture of it. Yep. The dragon declares a charge on the yeoman to clear him out of the way of the spearmen. They flee, and once they flee...
Oh, the yeoman over there, okay.
Yeah, once they flee,
They're blocking the Knights?
The Highborn Lancers, that are back here off the board, not the ones you see.
Yeah.
The ones off the board, charge him as well and push him all the way back here in front of his aspirants.
Right.
Keeping his aspirants nice and tied up.
Yes.
So they're not doing nothing. And the advantage to that is it lets
frees up both units.
It frees up both units. The spearmen charge into the peasants, and they stand. Then the Highborn Lancers charge down off the hill into the peasants' flank.
Right.
And the peasants don't want any part of that. So they flee from the Highborn Lancers, which push them all the way back through his army.
He was close to those knights, so he runs through them. Okay. Or did he just roll that high?
He rolled pretty high.
Okay.
And they bounced all the way back through.
Okay.
So the Highborn Lancers redirect, needing a 10 into the flank of this knight bus.
Right.
I'm not really hoping for a lot, but I'm hoping to go in there, kill a couple, time up for a turn.
It's about a 50% chance, and you get the hills. So
yeah, and I've got the so I need a 10 to make it in with Swift Stride and a reroll.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's not unlikely, not that unlikely.
It's actually likely. So
anyway, and you can see my
not a sure thing, but it's likely.
Just as an odd coincidence, when I was playing the first game against Equitaine, on my right was my Demon Legion's ally.
Right. Now he's on your left.
And if you notice, the war dogs are right there again on the edge of my board, keeping an eye on me.
There you go.
Or the war hounds, or whatever they are. Hellhounds, war hounds, whatever. Anyway, so the spearmen try to redirect, needing a 12 into the front of this unit. Why not?
That's a little less likely.
Yeah, but I'm definitely not catching the peasants, so why not?
You would with the 12, right?
No, I would not. I can't get through any of the forlorn guys.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm looking at them. I'm thinking those are the
the forlorn. Yeah. Okay. So everything was set up nice and neat to keep these guys, these aspirants, up on the top left screened, but my Highborn Lancers decided no, they're going to show everybody up. They rolled an 11 and catch them.
Is that because they're Jewish?
Because of the symbol, you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what
Jehovah came down and ensured that they caught them.
And ensured that they caught them and killed them right in front of the aspirants.
Yeah.
So now instead of having the yeomen blocking the aspirants, I gave the aspirants my Highborn Lancers.
So we're going to find out if they're chosen people or not.
Yes, we will. My other Highborn Lancers made the 10 rerollable.
And you moved them all the way to the back.
Slam into the side, and I hit them as far back as possible, so I do not hit the Knights Forlorn.
When the rule says you determine the distance from the closest point, but as long as you get into contact and maximize, you can line up wherever you want in that aspect.
And this is kind of an annoying rule.
Yeah.
Because...
Can be.
Well, the annoying thing about this rule is I didn't have the movement to reach this point.
Right. That's why I said it can
But I can legally do it.
Yeah.
Which just, that's...
Right.
Anyway. Just kind of odd. It's an odd, gamey thing.
Yet they slowed down marching. Or maneuvering, I mean.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway. Over on the right, you can see my eagle has come up to provide some chaff. Not let him get his unit into mine.
Again, he's up front. I'm just...
What are you saying?
If somebody else is playing this game, next thing your character's gonna be leading units again.
They're thinking about it.
Yeah,
they're getting itchy. That DSP up there, that spear block is getting itchy.
Yeah.
Problem is, it failed to charge this turn, so he couldn't get out.
Yes.
So that's kind of cramping it. Quicksilver Lash kills 3 more. You noticed I keep killing more, but they keep coming back. He's got Druidism.
Yeah.
And he keeps bringing raisin guys.
Right.
It's kind of annoying when you spend all that time killing stuff and it comes back.
Well, that's the reason you take Druidism with the army.
So my Highborn Lancers come into the flank and do 3 wounds to knights.
Yeah.
I put 3 horses onto the damsel and can't wound her.
Yeah.
The other 2 horses go into the unit and, of course, shouldn't do anything there.
It probably wasn't obvious to people that the damsel was at the back of the unit.
That is the damsel. She was really far back.
So you killed the protector and she had to slide over.
Correct. So I have 3 wounds. I have a charge.
Which is clearly why you charged him at that all the way back.
And that was the whole reason I wanted to. Among other things, I didn't want to run into the Forlorn Knights either if the miracle happens. So I had 3 wounds. I have a big flank for 5 and a charge for 6. So I've got a 6 combat res to his 3 and a banner, 3 ranks and a banner.
So you win.
So I win, but he's got a rerollable 9 because his BSP's there and his general's within 12. Well, even rerollable 9s go bad.
Yes, they do sometimes.
So rerollable 9 goes bad for him. We overrun, we pursue, roll higher than he does, run him down, and roll high enough to get into the peasants and hit the peasants.
Yeah.
Who are already fleeing, which just immediately destroys them.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I reformed facing. You can see the bottom of the base of the scorpion down here.
Yeah.
I didn't need to face that far, but I did.
Right.
Not sure why, but
you could turn the angle more to threaten more stuff.
I should have, but anyway, I was also worried about giving it my flank. Was one of the concerns, but again,
you were just too jubilant after you killed all these units.
Seeing that unit
1,000 points or something.
Seeing that unit of 15 and his mage disappear.
Yes, and
the peasants.
As cheap as they are, they're still a unit.
You know, want to deal with. The game's not over here, but the game is mine at this point.
Yes,
you know, obviously, because
you could play avoidance at this point and be good.
I can play back.
Yep.
Which I start to do because the Knights Forlorn make a charge against the
Sky Sloop.
I think they started on the other one.
Oh,
I think they started on the Lion Guard, and
okay.
I backed off. Which I think the Lion Guard might be able to take them, but there's no reason for me to at this point.
Right.
So he redirects into the Sky Sloop, and it flees.
You know what the distances were?
It was a long charge.
Like real long, because
it wasn't a 12, but it was like a 10 or something. It was a 10 for the first one and less for the Sky Sloop. The problem was if he got to the Sky Sloop, then he would have hit it overrun.
No, I was just wondering about the Lion Guard. You know how far they were away, and if you were risking him rolling well and getting to you. That was the
no. It was close enough.
Even if you roll Snake Eyes, if you were out of or your
Snake Eyes, he may have caught.
Yeah,
but anyway, not with anything significant. Anyway, also I forgot to mention the last turn. You see the fleeing peasant guy,
right? I don't see the flame. Oh, that
yeoman.
Okay.
Let's see if I can find it. Where was he? When I moved back. There we go. See where the sword masters are here. I cast the Raven's Wing. They went forward, clipped them, and backed up 6 to the kind of the right hand side of that rock.
Caused some hits, caused them the panic, ran through the eagle.
They didn't cause the panic. They ran not through the eagle.
Oh, you actually killed that many. Okay.
Yeah, killed 3 out of the 4.
Oh, okay.
And then that's where you kind of see that one right there. See him fleeing away.
Himself. Okay.
He failed his check and started heading for the back of the board. I looked at this earlier when I was putting this together and I'm like, how is this guy out there in the middle of the field fleeing, and where does 3 buddies go?
Right.
So anyway, he's fleeing. Healed a wound on my dragon. My dragon's got 2 on it now, and still secure in the safety of his rock.
Right.
The questing knights charged for the eagle. The eagle flees. He's got no interest in fighting either. This is one fight I could not flee from.
Yeah.
A little bit too close.
Well, you could. You just would have got caught.
You just would have got caught and killed. So.
That's all where you wanted him to kill you.
Right. So he fails he fails both his charges.
Okay.
He fails to rally with his peasant, even though it was a rerollable 5 at this point. But he failed to make that. Continues to run. His 7 Knights Aspirant do 3 wounds.
Well, rerollable 5 is not exactly a high probability.
No, it's not. So his Knights Aspirant do 3 wounds and chase off my Highborn Lancers.
Oh, you were lucky there at least.
But he does not catch me.
You're real lucky.
And we go on to turn 4. Turn 4, you can see up on the top, the Highborn Lancers charge into the first Scorpion. The middle Scorpion, I should say.
Yep.
It's the only charge I have this turn.
Yep.
The Eagle rally. All my units rally.
Okay. I'm sorry, the Eagle ran?
The sword... Actually, yes. This last turn... Back up one.
He charged the...
The questing knights charge the eagle, and then they redirected into the. There you go. See the eagle.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize that happened. Okay.
The questing knights had charged the eagle, forced him, when he fled, and then they redirected in the swardsman on the right.
Oh, okay.
And they fled.
Oh, okay. I saw the other stuff. I didn't see this over.
Interestingly enough, in this picture, I have starting from the left. I have a Highborn Lancer unit fleeing, the Lion Guard fleeing, Sky Sloop fleeing, Eagle fleeing, and Swordmasters fleeing. And despite having 5 units fleeing, I think I'm in really good shape.
And you have more fleeing than you have actually fighting.
I do. Okay. Maybe not. Well, yeah, even in numbers.
Yeah, you're ready to transfer to Sylvan Elves.
So again, there's all 4 of them have rallied.
Yep. Okay.
And
you get the 3d6 for rallying attempts, right?
We do.
Yeah.
And within 18 of the dragon means they're 3d6 rolling for a 10.
Yeah, yeah.
And most of them are in range of the BSB as well. So
I wish the Sylvan Elves got that.
I don't.
Just seems to fit them as far as the rallying.
Up top, the Highborn Lancers have killed the Scorpion and turned to face the other one.
Yeah, a little more potency on the attacks there.
Than the Reavers going in.
And the 2 aligned Reavers, yes.
So turn 5, he declares a charge on my eagle again with the questing knights, and the eagle just doesn't care, backs off, flees. The Knights Aspirant decide, let's do it again. They come in again. And the Knights Forlorn just march up in the middle of the board.
Okay, and looks like the other guy didn't
Mr.
rally.
Yeoman doesn't rally, gets off the back of the hill.
He's heading for the board.
Heading for the happy homeland.
Yes, he's got a farm to take care of.
He's got a farm. He's got turnips waiting for him to pick.
He's got a new TV. He wants to watch Lost.
He does, because he feels lost out there by himself. So there you go. The aspirants on the left have cleared off my remaining 2 Highborn Lancers. Pivoted back to face into the center of the board. Out of arc of the Lion Guard.
Okay.
And that's what we look like.
Oh, you did a little line there.
I drew a line to show.
I'm noticing it doesn't actually go along the side of
it. Doesn't.
Marker,
but they were out of arc.
Just pointing out.
So we go up to top of turn 5.
I'm sure they probably were on arc. You just cheated.
Top of turn 5, the dragon moves over here to the side. He didn't actually... the dragon actually got out to about here, and then I Ravens winged him over to here.
Okay.
And
I'll say, because he looks like he's missing guys.
He is. And this is the after I unleashed the Strength 4 breath weapon on them, which devastated them. Not really. And 2 Sky Sleeps.
And did you magic him also?
I did not.
Oh, okay.
It was just those 2, I think, this turn.
Oh, okay.
Maybe it was the lash as well, but anyway.
Anyway, you zapped him good.
Between everything, knocked him down quite a bit.
Yeah.
You can see the Highborn Lancers on the top on the last Scorpion.
Last Scorpion, yeah.
That's why my dragon's out in the center of the board. He feels safe now.
Yep, I figured that was the case.
And of course they wipe that the other second Scorpion up. It's gone. And we go to there. This is the bottom of turn 5 coming up. My Lion Guard on the far left have just backed up 2.5. So waiting, because in case I was concerned with this unit of
Knights
Aspirant just doing a big wheel and heading towards the corner. So I should have wheeled more. I mean, I should have reversed more and faced more towards them. But at least this way, if I do it about
still in
face,
the front, right?
Yeah, I'm still in the front.
So
if I do it about, if he does do the wheel and tries to get past me, then I can either turn towards him or I can just about face and wheel back around the back.
He's probably better off if he doesn't fail this 5 up, which is probable that he will, but reforming and going around the hill anyway.
Right, but
to get into your deployment area.
Well, now the where he had the chance was the turn where he reformed them.
Yeah.
Instead of reforming them this way, if he would have reformed them kind of almost the opposite way, so he's facing the far side, so he doesn't have to take that chance.
Yeah, he probably should have if he wasn't outside of the minimum charge range.
Right.
Yeah, because you're probably going to fail it.
Right, because this is actually fairly close to
this unit. And he doesn't want to run to those.
Correct. But the arrow's down there. Yeah. He's failed the 5.
Oh, he did fail it. Okay.
He's failed the 5 up check, and he's
in. Okay.
He's coming in.
Was the Sky Sloop in range?
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think the Sky Sloop might have been at 21 or something.
Oh, okay. Because the other thing is because you have to go to the closest thing.
But I mean, you don't have to go to the closest. But there is a lot of distance between this front corner of this unit, this and here.
There is. I was just wondering.
Yeah, and I don't know.
I
don't know that he measured it to tell you the truth.
Because you might want to fail charge in that case.
Oh yeah, that's much better.
You don't want to go into that damn thing.
You don't want to. Want to go into those. But there you have it. You can see on the far right, the swordsmen have rallied, of course, and started marching through the forest.
Rallied, of course.
Of course. Cold-blooded or whatever.
Yeah.
3 dice. Sorry, the proper terminology. A minimized.
Yes.
A minimized rally check on a 10.
Yeah.
That's not.
Is that minimized or maximized?
Maximized, you take the highest.
Yeah.
Minimized, you take the lowest. Come on, you got to get up with a new terminology. You're old, but you got to keep up. Anyway, so
I'm just trying to figure out why they didn't stop to get some crystals.
They're going to come back for them.
I'm saying because elves, you see crystals, it's kind of like we're not fighting. We got crystals to take home.
Well, this means we're going to own the board and we'll take as many as we want.
I'm expecting the last game that all your guys are going to have like purple crystals all over them.
And look
how purdy we are.
Look like a demon army we know of.
Yeah, just going to. Actually, they'll break them down
with rock candy
and festoon themselves with crystals, so they look like the Liberace army.
There you go.
Yeah.
So my opponent's turn 5. Come on, you can do it.
So the knights made it in.
The knights made it in, unfortunately for him.
Bad for him. And the other guys did what?
Oops, back up. Why is this not switching?
I don't know.
It's really it's irritating me.
You're the only technology person I know that doesn't seem to know how to use technology.
There we go. There we go. So on turn 5, bottom of turn 5, you can see the Knight's Aspirant on the far left and made it in.
Yep.
It's great for him, especially considering the fact I have the hereditary spell up. The questing knights make their march test and just swing out around.
So they're going to get away out of everything.
They get out of Arc of the Dragon and get into the flank of the Swordmasters.
Hope they can survive shooting. Okay.
But what happens?
What do these guys do?
What's that?
Knights Forlorn?
The Knights Forlorn just came forward.
He actually moved them forward. Okay.
Yeah. Knights, I think he hasn't moved forward much, but he came forward a little bit.
Okay. I was just wondering because he's in the giant dragon's in his flank.
Still in his flank, yes.
Yeah.
So here on the far left, the aspirants came in. I think they did 4 wounds to me. I went before him, and I killed 3 of them. The 4 remaining, I think, did 4 wounds, which I canceled with the hereditary. Won the combat, chased him down, caught him here, and then on the top of turn 6,
right,
the Lion Guard made the this is not that big, 5 plus something swift stride, charged into the flank of the Knights Forlorn, and the dragon charged into the other flank.
So he's not going to get the Uber spear.
So the spear, because I'm in flanks,
not
in the
flanks,
front.
right? And you don't have devastating. Well, I guess these guys have devastating charge.
They have devastating charge, so they're going to lose.
So they're going to lose their extra attack.
They're going to lose the +1 to strength.
Strength, I mean, yeah.
Correct.
Which doesn't really matter.
+1 strength, +1 AP. So it's going to bring them down to strength 6.
Yes, so it's not going to matter.
So it really makes no difference at all.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it
gives them an armor.
I guess it does on their armor.
Yeah, because of the reliquary. And
again, like we said, the questing knights just wheel around and get out of arc of everything. Even the Sky Sloop can't see them. The far Sky Sloop on the left can. It's a very long charge.
There's not many of them left.
Well, this is a really wonderful picture.
Yes.
But I think it tells the story.
Yes, the attacks came in so violently that the earth shook.
The earth was still shaking by the time I took the picture. So they smashed this unit, ran it down, and destroyed it.
Did he challenge your dragon off?
He did not bother because I think he issued a challenge, and my champion over here in the Lion Guard took it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, the dragon doesn't go into units without a champion around.
Yeah, usually that's true. Yeah.
It's not, you can't tell from this picture, but on my turn, this Sky Sloop shot and killed 2 of the questing knights.
Okay. Yeah, you just brought them over and shot. That's a smart thing.
Correct. This one in the back, this one on the left. The one on the right has went around to their flank and fired, and it killed the remaining guy you see there.
Okay, so he's down to his character.
Yeah, he just hasn't been picked up yet.
Yeah.
So he's down to just the single character left. And we go into the bottom of turn 6. The unit in the middle is gone.
Yeah.
Go into the bottom of turn 6. And the yeoman rallies on a 3.
Okay.
So
he's got himself some points.
He got really lonely in the back, didn't see anybody around, felt brave, and rallied.
I think he came home from watching King Arthur Legend of the Sword, and he thought maybe he could take over the kingdom after everyone else was dead.
And on turn 6, the general, out of sheer frustration, charged into the Swordmasters.
And said, what the hell?
Who have healing waters on them.
Yeah.
With the Oaken Throne.
But you're already done. You might as well see if you can get something.
It was not going to change anything.
Yeah.
Simply because
he's got nothing left. Except for a yeoman.
Even if his general's
and a
alive.
Unit of aspirants. Yeah.
Even if his general's alive at the end, it's a 0. So he's got half a unit.
It's probably unlikely you'd kill him anyway, but
yeah, he's got half a unit of aspirants. I mean, he gets half points for his unit of not aspirants. The aspirants are dead. Half a unit, half price for the yeoman.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's one.
And the general.
Yeah.
So he went ahead and did it.
Yeah, why not?
That guy rallied on a 3, and the general came in and did a couple wounds, which I protected, and then put a wound on him, ran him down, and killed him.
Oh, just bad luck. Okay.
He broke, ran him down, and killed him.
Okay.
Again, it wouldn't. The result's the same no matter what.
Well,
so
I'm saying
why not?
I would definitely. You definitely do it.
So I ended the tournament how I started, beating Equitaine 20-0.
There you go. Nice bookmarks.
Bookmarked the tournament with Equitaine.
Yeah.
So,
it's a tough army to play with.
It is a tough army to play with.
Equitaine, not Highborn Elves.
Highborn Elves is even harder.
Yeah. Harder to lose with. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Run up. In the tournaments, it's okay. In these tournaments, you're not as vulnerable.
Yeah.
Because you have some control over who you're playing. So, I avoided the shooty armies like the plague.
Right.
Because that's where Elves.
Actually, I think in tournaments, I think Highborn Elves are actually arguably better.
Than what?
I mean, they're the better. They're one of the top all-comers army, but you can hide them from the few armies that are built to fight you.
Yeah, the problem is shooty armies really.
Shooty or mass armies like a Vermin Swarm with lots of shooting and lots of bodies is a problem.
That's a problem army.
Yeah.
So that was the end. That was game 5.
Okay.
Ending the tournament, we did make up some ground on the top team, but not quite enough. They ended with 262, and we ended with 251. So 11 points behind them. Even though we went into that turn 19 behind them, we picked up 8 points on them.
Yeah. But you kept your position.
The closest team to us, we pushed down to number 4. Yeah, they were 4 points behind us.
So they were bummed.
Going in, and they got pushed down.
It's always bummed when you're on the top 3 points and you get pushed out.
Yeah, they got pushed all the way down to 3 points below the other CGL team.
Yeah.
So instead of being on turn 3, third place, they got pushed down to 4.
Yeah. Okay. And you defeated the CGL.
And we won. We won and lost the same tournament. It's pretty awesome.
You're gonna print a banner hanging up in the hobby shop?
I think we are, with all our names on it.
Yeah.
And so the other CGL team can look at it.
And you can list teams defeated.
Well, we actually didn't defeat the other CGL team.
Doesn't matter. They were in the tournament. So teams
we beat
defeated.
them last year.
You said like the tour. You ever see like those inappropriate German World War II T-shirts? Where they had like the division patch on the front, and then the back it says, 1940 tour, and it lists all the battles that they fought. You could kind of do that with the banner,
Yeah. Oh, you think those are inappropriate? Do you?
Yeah. These days, yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Especially when they were the SS ones.
You've mellowed in your old age, haven't you?
No, I didn't own one. I just said they were inappropriate.
That's pretty awesome. Okay.
They advise.
So, whoops, where the hell did that go? There we go. So what is going on?
I don't know what you're doing. You want to show the forest with the trees, I guess.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't play a tree army this game.
Yeah.
This tournament.
You wanted to show what that crystalline forest looked like when you were done with it.
When I was done with it.
Took all the crystals out and put trees in, hoping no one would notice.
Exactly. So there you have it. Really fun tournament. Great time. I got to recommend to anybody who anywhere near the Mid-Atlantic and can make it here next year, come out for it. We had 8 teams. We had six teams the first year.
Mm-hmm.
This year, this is Todd's tournament, Colonial Carnage. Last year we had 6 teams. This year we had 8. We're looking to push for at least 10 this year. If we get really on the ball, it would be great to get 12. But it's it's great to see a tournament growing when the 9th age seems to be struggling in our area. You know what I'm saying? I mean, tournaments in general. I mean, a couple tournaments have an uptick. Battle Cry came in for the first turn and got like 24 people, and that was the first year it's ever run.
Right.
Grail Quest had such a bad turnout that it was canceled. Which has been a staple in our region forever. So that kind of put a little shock into us. But
there was a lot of stuff talked about being moved out of Chicago and having to find a different forum. Not Grail Quest, but the one in the Midwest.
Adepticon.
Adepticon, yeah.
So that was going on.
So you hear this. You always hear a lot about when things don't go
Correct.
well, but Well, it's just, to me, it seems like it's a club thing. You have some clubs that have decided they want to move on to something else, or they're bored, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And other clubs that they like it and they continue to play, and eventually, people are coming back to it. So yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, you hear that Mountain Mayhem last year went from 24 up to 34, I think. So I mean, we had a growth in our tournament as well. So I mean, you see little spots of growth, and it's a bit encouraging.
But I think it's club based. I think some clubs are growing.
Yeah, and some aren't.
And other clubs have just decided to give up and move on to whatever else, and
move on to something else.
And I think some of that's about hobby shops myself, but
can be.
I
think it's some of the burnout of the players and whether just.
I think there's burnout of a few people, but yeah, there's you need the incentive for a lot of people that play this type of stuff. They always want to do something new, paint up new things. They need to have new models to work on, and there is a little bit of trepidation, at least people from even myself or other people I talk to. It's like, I don't know what they're going to do if I want to spend the time painting up this guy. That's not true of everybody. I mean, there's plenty of people painting, but you see a lot of people bringing up their own same guys and not adding stuff.
Correct. That's a good point.
It's not like when other companies actually own the game and they say, here's our new book and we've just released 3 new units, and then everybody that has an army and a few people that don't buy those things.
Correct.
So it keeps it fresh. I mean, they change enough. It's just. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. The other thing which really doesn't matter a lot in these tournaments is the score. I had a really good tournament. 4 wins and 1 tie.
Right.
Is a really good tournament. I ended up placing second place. There was a tie for first in battle points at 83. I had 82 right behind them. So, and then the teammate of mine came in at 80 right behind me. So me and him on the same team.
Right.
Was a nice.
Think you would have scored that much with Orcs and Goblins?
No, I do not.
Of course not.
I do not.
Absolutely not.
Last year at the team tournament I ran, Kingdom of Equitaine, did fairly well with them.
Yeah.
But Orcs and Goblins would not.
No.
Would not achieve this mark. So, but anyway, so that's going to do it. Appreciate all you guys listening. We'll put together a wrap-up video for the entire tournament with some pictures and the awards and that kind of stuff at some point.
And then we'll get back to our reviews of army books and such.
And we'll go back to our normal lives.
Yeah.
And we'll see how that goes. The next thing I've got coming up on my schedule is Corner Hammer, as far as tournaments go. I've committed to Quarter Hammer, and I'm going to head up there in a month. Yeah.
Okay. Even though Galatas is not coming to the United States.
Yeah, I was kind of heartbroken. It's like, oh, man.
He heard that you were going.
And there was a rumor that Blonde Beer was coming, and he backed out. He can't make it now.
They fear us. They fear meeting Waldorf and Stetler in person.
They do. That's a shame. I didn't know we put that much fear into it.
We do.
But that's the way it is.
We might start talking too much and lose balance and break a hip.
They might get blamed.
Sue them for liability.
There you go. That's all they need.
Yeah.
All right. So that's going to wrap it up for now, but we'll be back with more on this one later.
Till next time.
Thank you. Bye.